There she goes.
Oh my goodness. What are we doing?
You guys knew this video was bound to happen sooner or later. This is a Fisker Karma. This is an electric car.
Stop it. Get some help.
We were joking when we first bought this car. We said, oh, 5,000 likes for straight pipes. Haha, LOL, it's a joke, it's a joke. We thought it was a joke too, but it's not a joke anymore. We have our appointment over here at Performance Muffler and it's going down. There's no going back. I can hear the haters in the comments already. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. The comment section is gonna be juicy on this one.
So you guys know that we picked up this car for a song of deal, $16,200, and so it only makes sense for a budget exhaust kind of build. And so we've done it in the past, $100 on the W204, $100 on the W203. If we can knock this out for a sum like that, I'd say why not?
Now, as you guys can see from the title, it's true. We have to do this. Christian, do you want to explain why it's actually saving us thousands of dollars?
Yes, definitely a thing with Fisker Karmas. It's notorious for the muffler to fail. An unusual part to fail, but it is a thing, especially with these cars. Some double-walled muffler, it's a really weird design. It's like super flat, like a pancake. We'll see when we get up under it, but it is rattling like crazy. Fisker, an electric car, something that's known to be, you know, very quiet. Yeah. It is rather embarrassing. So it definitely turned some heads for the wrong reason, and we hope now it might turn the heads for the right reason.
Your option is to either replace it with some, I guess, new expensive muffler, or go find a used one and somehow fabricate it in there. But that would be a lot of money and a lot of time, and you gotta find the part. Let's not forget, this engine has a turbo on it. So muffler delete, lose some of that restriction, get some better sound.
The only muffler I need is the turbo.
And I think we actually still have secondary mufflers, so it's not gonna be ridiculously loud, at least I don't think. I don't know, nobody's really done it, so we're about to find out a lot today. But hopefully we get a little more turbo sound and it sounds cool, but not awful, and we fix our rattling problem. Back to Performance Muffler. I feel like we're here every week with one of our cars, it seems, and they have a huge RV. Wow, straight pipe in the RV, I like you. Hey. Pulling around to the back. Holy moly, look at that, Ferrari 599. What is that doing here? And here's the Fisker rolling in. There's their pile of mufflers. There she goes. Yo, Future Jeffrey here. So before we can get installing these marvelous straight pipes on the Fisker, we gotta thank the sponsor of today's video, Copart. If you all watched the previous videos with the Fisker, you would know we bought this car at salvage auction for $16,200 plus fees for a car that would normally be about $35,000 to $40,000. Like I've said time and time again, these salvage auctions are the best way to get your screaming deals on your next project. Copart is by far the largest salvage auction out there with tens of thousands of vehicles available at any one time. Anything you can imagine, if it has wheels and an engine, they have it. They even have jet skis and boats which don't have wheels. So point is, you can find some amazing deals at Copart. I search every single day, and as you can see on the channel, we tend to win a lot of things at auction. Now, because you're a JR Garage viewer and Copart's a really cool company, they will be giving you $15 off your membership costs using our special link in the description below. Now, of course, you can make a free Copart account with my link below if you just want to see what's out there, see what cars are coming up. But if you do want to have the membership features of being able to make a watch list, view live auctions, and of course bid, then you're definitely going to want to sign up and make an account. A lot of states allow public bidding, so you too, without a dealer's license or anything fancy, can hop on your computer and get winning these cars. Let's get back to the straight piping of the Fisker. Wow, look at the electric motor, Christian. That's pretty cool. All right, Fisker's up in the air, so before they get chopping off the old muffler, let's take a look and explain exactly what's going on here. So here's that huge center muffler piece that fails all the time internally. That's where our noise is coming from. The catalytic converter is further up that direction. Obviously, we're not going to touch that because we'd like to pass emissions, and it's probably not going to sound that good. It'd sound way too loud.
Here is our inlet. So if we chop right here, we can go straight out this side and totally lose that muffler, some weight savings, or retain both mufflers, the dual-side exit exhaust, which is super cool, and doing a Y pipe out to both of them.
Yeah, it's time to make the Fisker sound a lot better. Here we go. All right, guys, they just finished up. Down the Fisker Karma goes. We're gonna have a first start up here in just a moment. And fingers crossed, no atrocious rattling noise. And so it shouldn't start up right away. But once he backs out, I think it may kick on. Yes! And no noise. Wow, that did it. All right, we're in business.
I didn't even think it turned on.
Right, you can't even hear it now. Before it was horrible noise. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, we're going for the first drive, and listen, there's no noise.
There's no rattle. There's just a little bit of turbo noise, and it's perfect.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice like the difference. It does have a little more of a growl to it. And we haven't even spooled up the turbo yet, so we'll do that in just a second. But guys, the annoying rattle. We've been driving this thing for probably like nearly 1,000 miles on it with the stupid rattle.
Seriously, we got so used to that when we started this thing up and the rattle was gone, I didn't even think that the engine was running. You barely heard it from the outside. I didn't hear it at all from in here.
This is great, I love this. There was still just a tiny bit of noise when they were finishing up. So they started to look into it, and Christian, they found a little, something was broken off.
Yeah, so the guys took an extra close look at it with their mirrors and everything, and they diagnosed another little rattle that was part of just a mount for the catalytic converter, just kind of another exhaust sort of hanger. And so they were able to fabricate a new little extra weld and reinforce it a little bit better, and that mitigated even more exhaust noise. So it's awesome.
So now there's no noise except for a little bit extra turbo, which is
just right.
We'll give it a little gas, a little electric here in just a second. We'll give it a little electron dump.
Right now?
Okay, give me a... Oh yeah, ever so slightly. You do get a little more turbo sound. Ecotech 4-cylinder, that's the reason we didn't go crazy deleting all the other cats and mufflers, is because it probably wouldn't sound the best.
I would consider this even if that muffler wasn't making a rattle. I like this.
Yeah, this is the perfect volume. Performance muffler, guys, they hooked it up so much. Every time they hook it up, they go above and beyond. So if you're in the Phoenix area and you want a good reputable exhaust shop, you want to do your own little muffler delete or something, head over there, they'll hook it up.
Yeah.
And mention JR Garage sent you and they'll give you a good deal.
Yeah, and this setup was like totally custom. This was not easy. This was got to be one of the tightest clearance Y pipes and 180 degrees to get back over to the other side exit. Not easy.
And they did it in like less than an hour. Crazy. So we are on our way. We're gonna grab some gas to get it fully charged up and fully fueled up. Gonna top it off with some fresh 91. As always, guys, if you don't have the Get Upside app, what are you doing? They have thousands of stations across the country. We're gonna save like 40 cents off per gallon with the app. Use our link in the description below. It's a great invite link that'll save you an additional 20 cents off per gallon. So free app to download, literally free money. You can't go wrong. All right, you already know what's up. Got the JR Garage Black Card here. Gives us a ton of cash back on top of what we already saved with the app. So we're saving double. Let's go. So as promised, I've been meaning to put the engine bay detail cleaning in a video at some point. And since we didn't have any other huge C320 update videos, I figured, you know what? I got a little time at the end of this video. Why not put it in? So I'm gonna take you guys on a little mini tutorial of how to clean your engine bay once and for all. I've mentioned it here and there, but oftentimes I got some comments saying like, hey, can you exactly explain what you're doing? Because I usually just put it into a cinematic edit, and then you don't really get to see exactly what I do. So I'm gonna do that here for you in a couple quick steps. This is such an easy engine bay. Yeah, it looks all nasty and grimy right now, but wait till we're done. It's gonna look amazing. These are just iPhone shots, so I'm sorry for the not perfect quality, but it'll do. I mean, look at this, just dust and dirt everywhere. It probably hasn't been cleaned in a long time. Pretty nasty, right? You guys know I love the hard black plastics because these, when you clean them up, they look fantastic. So step number one, like I say, with an engine bay with some light dirt and dust, it's always a good idea to just kind of hit it with like a light mist. You don't need to crank out your pressure washer and go to town. That's why I really like using this like mini portable pressure washer. I've mentioned it before, but it's really good at just like freeing up the light dirt and grime. You'll see, like, here's a little example. So all dirty, right? We just do a little portion of it. Boom, it's already starting to knock off that big dirt. Now that alone's not gonna do it. It's gonna look nasty with water spots. It's not gonna look shiny, crisp, and clean. So that's when afterward we're gonna go with some degreasers. And then to end it off, you guys already know, we're gonna whip out the scrubbing bubbles. So let's just hit it with this, get all the light stuff off, and then we'll move in with the heavier stuff. Okay, step number 1 complete. Don't worry if you don't have any sort of like a mini pressure washer, no problem. You can literally just use a hose or maybe put your thumb in it to regulate the pressure, but kind of avoid the hardcore pressure washers. We don't need to damage any electronics. So step number 2, I like to go in before the scrubbing bubbles. You could just go straight to scrubbing bubbles or those cleaners, but a little bit of degreaser on like the grimy, oily parts is always a good idea. It'll save you a little bit of time because it'll free it up a little better rather than you rubbing it in there, you know, getting it off with a paper towel. So I'd recommend this. Just see some of those areas, where it gets all oily down there. And then from here, you could scrub it down a little bit. Or if it's light, you could just take your pressure washer hose and get this off the degreaser. And then next stage, we'll go in scrubbing bubbles. This degreaser, once again, I mean, it was on clearance at Walmart. It's $2, spray 9. I have no idea. It seems to work pretty good. We tested on the plane, so it works. No, it's not sponsored. None of this is sponsored. We never get sponsored by them, even though that would be great. Boom. Right off it comes. Look at that. Okay, and just like that, step 2 is done. The degreaser stage, look at that nice shiny block and valve covers now. Looking good. This was all just covered in black before. Alternator looking good. So that's the advantage of the degreaser. It can just go in there and fight that grime. If you have a super clean engine, you don't really need to do that step. If you have a really, really, really dirty engine, then you'll have to spend an hour or 2 at that step getting everything clean. This took about, 10, 15 minutes, so not too bad. But on to the most important stage. Now, I know this is tragic, guys. I'm not holding a can of scrubbing bubbles, and that's because Walmart was sold out. I couldn't believe it. My videos mentioning scrubbing bubbles and how good of an engine cleaner it was must have caused Walmart to sell out. So I have to go with the great value Walmart brand of the knockoff. So I really hope this works. At half the price, I figured I had to give it a try. So this is the final stage. This is just kind of the finishing detail. You can still fight some grime with this, but it's really just good for getting that black shiny plastic out and not leaving any, nasty water spots and dirt or any hazing or discoloration. So you just kind of go to town on this. It's pretty safe on like paint. Don't go spraying the outside of your car, but shock towers and little frame rails, it should be fine. Never had a problem. Yeah. All right, hopefully it does as good as scrubbing bubbles. So it's like a foam cannon, but for your engine bay. So we'll let that sit for like a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 2 applications since that stuff was cheap and might as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the old off and then 1 more application and then we'll hit it with the towel. Okay, after that last scrub, it is looking pretty darn good, but guess what? I found just a little bit left of a scrubbing bubbles can. So while that stuff is decent, it doesn't quite give me the finish I want. This is not bad, but I need just that classic scrubbing bubbles finish. So I got 1 more shot of this. I'll scrub this in real quick and then we will be done.
Day 2.
And there you guys have it. I'm all done. I kind of forgot to show the final product last night. It got too dark, so I'm back here today during the same lighting that we started with so you can see the before and after. The before and after, simple, easy peasy, those 4 steps. Really not that hard. Get your hose, spray off the light dust, then go in there with the degreaser, get some of that grime and oil, scrub that out, rinse, and then go to town with your scrubbing bubbles and do that as your final detail stage. Brand new, literally. This engine does not look like it has 123,000 miles on it. So hope you guys enjoyed that little mini tutorial there. We just got an offer for this car that's really, really tempting. So I'm not sure. We got a lot of cars in the garage. You got to keep the cash flowing for the next deal. We've made a couple fun videos with this. I really enjoyed it, but I know if we sell it, we'll never be able to find another one. But this guy who wants it really knows how rare a C320 with a 6-speed is, especially the coupe, and especially the facelift, the only facelift model year. So we're not sure. I swear, for the record, it's probably one of like 10 in the US or something like that. That rare. I mean, it's rarer than so many cars. That's why I don't really want to sell it. Real quick here, Christian is playing repairman because we walked into the hangar today and all of a sudden we just got hit with the smell of gas and we're like, what the heck? And then we got closer to the 944 and it got stronger. And Christian, what happened?
This just tank to pump line had wasted away.
Can you guys see it here? Crack right there. It just split and started peeing out all this gas. Look at the floor. I'll have to clean all this up. But you got the new one on there?
So new hose on here, not official Porsche part number, but it should do the job just fine.
Also, I know you just got a glimpse of it right there, the wing. how do we say this? Just stay tuned on the JR Aviation channel. We bought something, so go subscribe to JR Aviation right now. That video is gonna go live soon, revealing that thing right there. Oh, and how can I forget a quick little RX-8 update? You all haven't seen this car in a while, and everybody's like, where is it, where is it, where is it? Well, it turns out, I went to go start it one day, and it like wouldn't start. I'm like, what the heck? This whole time, it was a fuse. It was a simple fuse. So that's replaced. The car runs great. Next week, we're doing a couple last things to it to get it ready for the giveaway. We're replacing the AC compressor, the window regulator, and the motor mounts, just to make sure it's 100% ready to go, so that when we do give away and the next person gets it, they're getting a nice car. So that's coming soon. Stay tuned to free car giveaways. Over the next 2 months, we'll be giving away 2 free cars. So if you want to win one of our cars for free without giving us a penny, then give that page a follow and stay tuned for when it goes live. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Fun little video, straight pipe in the Fisker, but at the same time, we fixed a multi-$1,000 problem for only $100. So problem solved. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.
That it feels right.